We come on this loop, John B., my grandfather and me, around Nassau town we did roam, drinking all night, got into a fight.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
So look more at me.
So it's December 9th, 2014, and I'm here with my son Andrew in beautiful Malibu, California, in the house that my wife Barbara and I own. And several months ago I learned that I had cancer, and this precipitated a gathering in our home here, a wonderful large gathering of sons, girlfriends, cousins, friends, visitors, all swing by to see me and yak. And one evening session with the cousins, and I'll identify them as we go, many questions were asked about what my father, my mother, their grandparents did, my cousin's grandparents did. And I thought it would be fun to share and preserve on a video some of my knowledge of my parents and the family that the kids have not up to this point heard from anyone. And if they have heard, might not get the chance to hear again or remember or pass on down to their kids. So I'm just going to ramble around. I haven't spent a lot of time organizing this. My mother and father, Phil Cassidy Neal, who was named after, whose middle name was the same as his grandmother's maiden name, was
Cassidy or Caldwell?
Caldwell, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
You're right. You're right.
That's okay.
There are Cassidys around. That's my mother's maiden name. Phil Caldwell was born in 1919, just a year after the Great War in Europe ended. And he was a premier student at Oak Park High School in Oak Park, Illinois. He was valedictorian there, I think. I don't know that we have those anymore.
I think we do.
I think we do. And I guess it means kind of top dog in your class, or
Yeah.
some kind of award for that. And then he went on to Harvard College. I am collecting some materials to go along with this little talk. One of them is a CD that the American Bar Association created in an interview with Dad about his work in antitrust law over the years, much farther down the road, obviously. And when asked how he got into Harvard, I believe he explains that he didn't have to file a formal application. He just talked to somebody back there, and he went. While he was there, he excelled, getting I believe, a summa cum laude as an undergraduate and a magna cum laude in law school. And then his next move, again, was without the panoply of formal papers and applications and so forth that we think of today. Apparently Bill Jackson, son of Justice Robert Jackson on the United States Supreme Court, told his father about Phil, my dad, and Robert called him up, had an interview, and there he was, clerking for the famous, highly regarded Supreme Court justice who went on to become the prosecutor of the German war crimes trials in Nuremberg, Germany, immediately after the war. Meanwhile, my mother's track was very different. She was the daughter of an Irish plumber in Arlington, Massachusetts. I think she was only first generation, possibly second, I'm not sure. Frank may have been first generation. But her father was Frank Cassidy, he was a plumber. One of her stories about Frank was that he had a shooting gallery in his basement, and while practicing fast draw, shot a hole in his foot. But he was apparently a very kind, wonderful man. My mother always said he would have given anything to see her 4 sons, but he died prematurely while she was, I think, 15
How did he die?
years old. I think he just had a heart attack. Nothing more out of the ordinary than that. Mother's name was Anne Linehan. I think we met Anne Linehan once or twice in the course of a lifetime. Mom and Anne did not get along well. And so that's Mom's parentage. I think probably Anne and Frank were immigrants from Ireland, but I don't have that clearly. So Mother went on to complete high school, and her job out of high school was as the secretary to the law review at Harvard Law School.
Do you know how she got that job?
I don't. I assume she just went in and interviewed the way secretaries do, and